I have a toolkit, shall I repair the engine?
Lucifer, get out of the vehicle, start repairing the engine.
Wolf, just as a heads up, there's some kind of track.
Alright, guys.
Clear back left.
Yes, I know. It fucked me.
Is that BMP still operational or still operational?
I think I took out the gun with the 50.
Good hit on AT?
Yeah, I hit it 2 times with AT and it's still up.
Bad Wolf, are you crippled? Like, can you not run?
Engine up.
I'm crippled, but
Yes,
hold on.
It's not up yet.
Be advised, Alpha Vic is disabled.
Contact southeast.
Are you sure it's out?
Yeah, it's still up.
A-firm shooting southeast.
Still smoking.
Hey, is that...
What's that?
Still up. A-firm BMP is still up. Helicopter. All
This was
vehicles,
down, back
Ural
up.
is friendly that is trying to get out of here.
Okay, BMP is down.
Confirm BMP KIA.
Yeah, Outcast. During my basic, what's that ended up to tell me that even if the
Lucifer,
smoke is
okay.
fixed.
Alpha confirms.
Urals have been absconded with by MARSOC for transport. We need to find one for ourselves as well. Astro, where are you?
I can be at the crossroads here. I'm on my way.
I'd prefer to find a vehicle and just medic me in the vehicle, but
What about that Ural? Right in front of us.
I've gotten the MRAP working again.
Yeah, the
it
MRAP
has
doesn't have
no
enough
wheels.
What about the Ural?
We got another Euro coming in.
Everyone good? Everyone good?
On top of the hill.
Euro coming southeast.
Bad Wolf, I'm right here.
There was wheels up at the
Humvee
Katusha.
southwest. Let's go grab it. See how many we can get in there. Somebody run and get that Humvee is fucked.
Bad Wolf.
How fucked?
There are some vehicles over there.
West is when I came in and it's fucked.
We
We
can
can
fetch
use
the
the
wheels.
wheels on the Ural.
Right side of the Ural.
Coming around on the backside.
Bring that Humvee down to the Ural, Alpha.
Gonna check if there's fuel.
Alpha, be advised, that shouldn't have an engine working.
I know, but he's not moving.
Fuck!
He's not
Does
stopping.
it need a repair?
Yeah,
It
I'm
has
not
no
stopping.
fuel.
We do not have
No fuel?
medic. I'm
No
getting
fuel.
into a vehicle.
This shit has no fuel.
Good luck with that. Girl has no
Is it-
fuel.
This shit
How
has
many
no
can
fuel.
No
No
fuel?
fuel. No fuel. We gotta fucking make a run for it.
It has the wheels we need for the MRAP though. That has fuels and a working engine.
That's it?
Yes.
Alright, then we need to start moving the tires over there or something.
Just sit around. Want me to carry you, Bad Wolf?
Actually, no, they're sending helis.
There's still boys hiding in that forest, so I'm gonna sit here.
Alpha, carry
Oh,
wheels
they're
to the
waiting for
MRAP
helicopters.
from the Ural or from the Humvee.
Yeah, I think helicopters are gonna pull us out of here.
Go ahead, medic me.
Astro has you. Alpha, be advised, we are potentially having helicopter extract.
While we wait, put the wheels on the Vic. I don't think everybody's gonna fit on the helicopter.
2 times helicopter southeast. Friendly's helo is coming in for extract. Load quickly, load quickly. If you have to, cancel that pack, Astro. Okay, cancel pack, worry about me in the Vic.
I'm gonna be the last one up the ground anyway.
Load the wounded in first.
Let's go, let's go. Everyone in, let's go.
I guess we'll
If
stay
there
behind.
isn't enough people, if the chopper gets too full, we can pull up in the MRAP. Or not.
Oh, the Vic is flipped.
still have space in this helicopter.
Come on, guys, let's go. Grab that wounded guy over by the MRAP from blue. Takes one of you to do that, the rest of you get in the helicopter. Come on.
Helicopter's full. Bad Wolf.
Get security south while this helo comes in. Alright, fall back west. Let's go.
Southeast.
Get everyone running southeast.
We're heading southeast.
Go now. There's a lot of shit coming in that we cannot fight.
Head southeast. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All
been
forces,
getting
if you
shot at
haven't
from
heard Iceberg yet,
southeast so
we're moving
much.
southeast if you are still on the
Well, since I'm down, I'm gonna take a piss.
Pretty much.
Just push to the down the camp. We came from.
If there is somebody crippled, leg crippled, pick them up and run them. Like Caleb's doing with Bad Wolf. Keep heading southeast, guys. Don't want to see you stopped on C-Tab.
No, only beginning.
Outcast hit. Contact southwest. Contact southwest.
infantry contact southwest.
Don't call me. I'm gonna die.
Fucking shit.
East, enemy coming from the east.
Oh, okay. I go.
This is lovely.
Guys, are you okay there behind us? But there's only me, Frost, and another guy behind us.
I need someone to carry myself and Lucifer here. Anybody copy 6-0, or am I just talking to thin air?
Hey, for Outcast, where are you?
Right in front of you, southeast.
Okay, I'm crippled. I'm having Caleb carry me.
Outcast, we're moving to the southeast to the town.
Fantastic, I'm crippled and I need a carry. Lucifer is
You're
also
crippled.
still up and needs a carry.
We have enemy Euros moving.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't go
Push the
anywhere.
town of Ipponia to our southeast, and you're all there. Caleb's going the wrong way.
Phantom, carry me. Just carry him. I don't care which. Pick one.
I'll carry you.
Guys, we have a Euro to get to you guys.
Hey, firm, we're in the eastern edge of the forest with the tank marker on it,
Barbarian's
Dalil,
crippled.
and pushing southeast from there.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Iceberg, you don't look crippled. You can carry someone.
Come on, Ice.
Come on, Phantom, let's go.
Are we gonna continue east?
Just keep going. Just keep going southeast.
Keep us covered, Barbarian. That's your job. I need that other helicopter in here with gunners providing fire. Guys, we have a Euro. We're going to pick you up. I'm still alive. I don't know. Guys, we're coming. Are you okay? I need someone over here carrying this barbarian dude. Guys, are you okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
keep
we're coming
pushing.
southeast
We're
from
getting
town on top
busy.
of the hill.
Copy that. Here. Cool.
Be advised, we're spread out pretty thin here.
Alpha,
Nothing we
if
can do
you
anything
can
about it.
fall in onto Outcast location, do our due south.
I forgot to blow up those charges in there. Hey, Malin, if you can hear me.
Outcast, what do you think smoke about the way we came from the way we came?
How about you just
Malin,
get
if
in
you
the
can hear
Vic
me,
and move your way over here and stop thinking about doing stuff?
Outcast, we've got too many cripples to carry right now.
Have a good
Try
day.
it anyway. Get that Vic the fuck out of here, because we're being shot at by AT.
Instead of stopping and throwing smoke, you should have just continued to move.
I never stopped. I kept moving the entire fucking time.
Drop him and do it.
Dude, you
then.
gotta
They're all out. They're good.
Oh my god.
Enhanced
Not a
movement.
single one died?
Have you set your enhanced movement button?
Well, technically one of them would have died if I hadn't hit the window instead. Did I? Was that a jeep?
What was that? What'd you do? Are you injured? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
No one's injured.
Get out of here. We're doing shit. Go back. Fuck out of here. Nothing for you guys to see.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, I think shoot down that alley.
Oh no. God, you can take that back for PCIs,
That never
PCIs
stayed
and shit.
unconscious for long, so yeah.
Oh god, so just fucking hit them, dude. Just fucking hit them. They're in your way.
What?
I'm moving before that blows.
Perfect. I said, does he sound like a bitch?
10 out of 10, most retarded extract ever.
Need help.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Get in your arm. That's pretty average, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that is kind of average. Wasn't there, a whole other squad that got extracted? Where are they?
Who cares?
So it was about
Helicopter.
5 people on the helicopter, and the rest of them didn't get on the helicopter in time, and then we took too much fire.
Alright,
So
well,
they're-
what has me confused is why both helicopters didn't come in, and there would have been plenty of room.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was still
But-
room on the helicopter that was landed. People just didn't get in.
So I would have been alive. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I was like, there's
He
still
is
space on the
second war, he
helicopter,
can't have
and people were walking away from the helicopter. I'm like,
There were a couple people shouting wounded first, so I think people were running back to check if there were wounded. But there were no more wounded, so everyone was just
Yeah,
running
I
around
was
looking
like,
for
other
more
than
wounded
bad
people. to
Then
put
why
in the
didn't
helicopter.
they load me up?
Yeah, no guns allowed, sir.
Supposed to be hostages.
well, that should have been just like load, and then having like the team leads and stuff like that handle the wounded and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Oh no, Henry.
It was a little chaotic, so...
Lewis.
I was about to yell, blue
Everyone
team,
that
get the
hasn't
fuck in the
exited
helicopter, but
before was probably
then
just
it
lost.
took off.
It's been an honor, Doctor.
Oh dude, sniper, no.
So how many do we actually get?
Oh shit.
There we go. Now they're looking like hostages. We gotta take the weapons away. Does that look like
Seems
hostages?
like they're in the helicopters now. 2 helicopters at least in the AO.
7 out of 8 isn't too bad.
One guy is still in the town.
Just leave him there.
One guy's laying in the middle of the road.
Ideally, they should be like this guy, land right over here. No chest rig, no helmet, just his uniform. beat him up a bit too, give him a couple bruises.
Looks like Bad Wolf and company have made it to the town of Eponia.
Hey, Memory.
Oh, hey.
I'm behind you now.
Looks like this sounds like they loaded up in a Ural.
Hmm?
Where's the 8th guy?
Hopefully your side went a bit better than mine.
I was hit by the MRAP.
Oh, that's alright.
The 8th guy was still in the MRAP. Got it.
Then I was not loaded on a helicopter.
Yeah, I think I was last man on the helicopter.
Then I bled out.
Rip.
I think at
more
least
rip
I
is
bled
that we had
out.
both of Alpha MG gunner, auto riflemen get on the helicopter.
Crouch down.
Well,
What
I was
had me a bit
content sitting
confused
there
is
and
some of the
covering,
MG
and
gunners
then I got
weren't
told to board, so
setting
I
up
boarded.
their MGs. You're a lot more accurate with an MG if you're prone and with the bipod deployed.
Yes.
This is true.
Use the bipod.
I had it set up in a couple
Yeah, I
ways
was
right
gonna do
now.
a perimeter for that landing, but then all of a sudden somebody started yelling,
It's
"Get on the
not
plane thing."
Yep.
We killed 50 men. We killed a whole 50 men.
Oh, shit.
50 men died.
Daka, go to the water.
Whose ammo am I actually carrying?
Probably not mine.
And who ended up to load up the ammo on me?
I gave you my ammo, and then you
Oh.
proceeded to be in the Vic the entire time, so I just never got to take it from it.
Yeah,
If you needed ammo, you should have told me.
That
Yeah, that's as well.
Well, I didn't say I needed ammo. I still have
Yeah, he said he
six
had
full
leave.
boxes.
Oh, then shit, you're fine.
What was
How
that?
concerned should I be about that?
There's a
explosion?
sniper in Dhaka.
Okay, so very little.
The level of concern you
Those
need to exert over the current explosions is maximal. It's probably happening here next.
We'll blame it on the body right there.
Yeah, Kells. Why'd you have to kill us all, Kells?
Why?
But yeah, no. When I died, I died doing something really stupid, and I pretty much as soon as I went down, I was like, I am a fucking moron.
A true assessment of character right there.
What, strong?
No,
No,
recent hindsight.
I pushed around a wall and just got lit up because I was alone.
It wasn't just you. I think, like, at least 7 or 8 people walked out into that alley, immediately got shot in the face, and just got dragged back slowly.
Yep. I was
I
like,
guess-
Okay, how can you how?
Oh, I got 7 minutes and I gotta go.
Well, I
Well, yeah,
suspect
so-
we're pretty
the
much
op
done at this
basically
point. I think
over.
we're just gonna do debrief after this. So
I don't even have time for debrief. He needs to hurry up.
You okay?
Time for this. Time for this.
I
shit.
may or may not have
Why
gone
am I
into
doing
a
this?
relaxed idle pose.
Who's Alpha 3-5?
Oh, you're looking on the C tab, aren't you?
Yeah. What? Why would anyone not use C-Tab?
Oh, I've been listening to the radio.
Oh.
Alpha
Well, no,
3-5 has been
not
laying
accurate.
next to that road for ages now.
Probably he's dead.
Is it just me or is that explosion coming closer?
Just don't
When I
think
said they
about
were
it,
probably
it'll be
coming here next, I wasn't kidding.
That's a much quicker pack. Respawning.
Just dead.
You think they're in a car or a helicopter?
Helicopter. I think they got into 2 of them. I think they finally broke contact.
Are they dead?
Oh, good.
Because that's way too quick across that kind of ground for anything other
Well, I
than
thought either they
helos.
become really good at driving all of a sudden.
Wait, shit,
Or
we
is it
drove
helicopter?
back. I hit at least 12 trees.
Yeah.
A lot.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up.
No, bro, you don't even know how much air we got. Don't even talk to me.
We
I was
were
pretty
good
much.
old
I was
boys,
pretty
right,
much an
for a second.
airplane. Yeah.
So next mission is going to rescue 3-5 then.
Oh, the retards who were still there.
Oh, hard pass on that one.
Yeah, rescue missions are only fun every once in a while.
You better damn try.
So
I'm bleeding
that last
a
one
lot.
right now.
You guys want to see something cool?
It's really cool, actually, what he does here.
Pretty cool. Oh, this is a frag grenade. Hang on. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. That's too mean.
I knew it! You killed the hostages!
Wow. Stun grenades are powerful. Killed half of them. Yeah, a flashbang just killed the hostages.
Who fucking threw that? Was it one of the random fuckers?
It was definitely strong.
I don't have any
flashbangs.
Why would you throw snow or smoke? How is
Because
that
I don't have flashbang.
No, don't
No
throw the
flashbangs.
flashbangs.
No more flashbangs. Let's let these retards land.
Getting that fucking smoke grenade the hell out of here.
No. Cover the hostages, the dead hostages with the smoke. Yeah, hurry.
I bet the Zeus won't notice all the dead hostages if there's a bunch of smoke on top of them.
Well, they technically made it back, so they're safe.
They get some body bags.
They're not dead. They're just knocked out.
Yeah.
They're just sleeping.
Permanently. Forever.
Yo, Def, throw another grenade. See what happens.
No, don't do it. No, dude, we're just
I'm not in.
At least it was mission complete.
Well, that went well.
we did it.
That was beautiful. I loved it.
Where's Ambi though?
Ambiguous.
So, first things first, how'd you guys like that?
That was
terrible.
That was
Great.
fun. Yeah, good job. I liked being reinserted into a tank.
Pace was kind of.
It was fun. Besides, taking an hour to actually do anything because my game decided to fuck up.
So
I
let's
thought it was
go
fun.
over that. You guys went into a town that was full of craters, and there was a suspicious looking Humvee with a weird little envelope, and guys very quickly found out what all those craters were for. I'm very surprised that none of you died from that. I'm pretty sure none of you actually died, or at least got knocked out from the BM-21 strike, which is impressive to say the least. But yeah, basically, there was a fucking sapper on a hill watching you guys walk up to the Humvee, and he was waiting to trigger it. And then he saw the MRAP get close enough to maybe it would do some damage, so he decided to dead it and run away. And then he radioed into his buddies over at the town. They got their BM-21s in position again, and fired to saturate the shit out of that town. Yeah. After that, you guys pushed into the town, taking pretty sporadic contact. You guys took out some technicals, killed some BTRs, and then you guys pushed into town, cleared buildings, realized that the hostages weren't there, and then the tank was kind of the next hurdle there. You wouldn't believe how many AT sticks were fired at that tank. However, the one that hit actually disabled it completely. So whoever got that last AT strike on the T-72, good on you, because that was a fucking hell of a shot.
That was sniper speed launcher, actually.
No.
But yeah, so that tank fucked you guys up pretty good for quite some time. You know, it was just kind of Kool-Aid manning through walls, and it was overall a not so good time for the people who had to come face to face. Also, good effort to the guy who shot the engine of the tank with his rifle.
Yeah, he did that.
That was a good effort. So, unfortunately, this isn't Saving Private Ryan, so that's not going to kill the tank. It was kind of funny having the shots ping off the back of the tank and turn around and just dunk a HE round in there. That was pretty entertaining. But yeah, overall that tank was definitely the menace I intended it to be. Though didn't expect it to take so many AT shots to kill. Otherwise, you guys soon found out that staying at the compound after it handed over was definitely not the most viable option. So you guys made the call to get heli extracted after you guys took some vehicle damage, and then chaos ensued. Though I will say, good job, Outcast, for taking charge in a very stressful situation. That was probably a horrendous situation from the looks of it. You know, all of your vehicles were literally being taken from, like, arm's reach. You watched as your Urals, like, drove away. You managed to get a crippled Ural, and then only to have it explode in your face. Like, that shit was, good on you for stepping up in that position.
Thanks.
Other than that, good job, Iceberg, for picking up where ground command wasn't responding. It seemed like you had an idea of when ground command was down, and you're able to kind of step in to make those decisions to make sure that everything's at least moving. There were a couple times where I think both of you were down, or there just wasn't communication. But overall, it was pretty decent. But yeah, so anything from command's perspective?
I mean, from my perspective, sorry for being slow on saying stuff and my English slurring. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm slightly tired at this point. But apart from that, nothing I can really say. I kind of got confused who was Bravo and who was Alpha because I had like 4 voices talking on net, or each using every call sign. But apart from that, nothing really I can say. Everything was handled pretty well, especially the last bit. Shout out to Outcast for actually doing a very good job there. That's it.
I got one thing to say if I can.
Go ahead.
Since it was a hostage rescue and we knew that there was going to be 8 hostages in the AO, don't just assume that air is going to airlift all the hostages out. We went in there with 2 full MREPs, 1 full transport Humvee, a full tow Humvee, and we just assumed that air was going to be able to take those guys out when we knew that the guys were Russian backed. We should have taken multiple other transport vehicles as well to take the hostages out, and hindsight being 2020, we would have also had more vehicles to exfil out ourselves.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We went in there with 100% full vehicles trying to rescue 8 hostages.
What the hell else did air do? Fly around in circles and be useless?
Yeah, up until the end.
Yeah,
They're
so
pretty much
why
your-
couldn't they extract?
Yeah, they're
Because
pretty
someone
much
told us.
recon.
I'm just saying it's good to have A and B as a plan, but considering the fact that they kept getting shot at and they wouldn't come closer to the ground.
Well, that's just pussy pilots.
Wait,
Learn
what?
how to fly.
Are you
Bullets don't
fucking
hurt.
kidding me?
Are you really
Also-
doing this right now?
On the same note, what happened with apparently a haystack and a helicopter?
Oh yeah, when
I
they were
have-
the first
yeah,
local
Ice
alert.
Dragon.
Okay,
I'll
one
let Ice
person.
I
Dragon
tried to
explain it.
land and it exploded. Maybe I hit a haystack. I don't know.
He didn't fully touch down, and he started drifting off to the right side, and then his right skid hit the haystack, and it flipped him on a 45 on his left, and then his rotor blade hit the ground. After that, it disabled
Gotcha.
his helicopter, and then just after a couple seconds, it just cooked off.
Gotcha. So,
Jesus.
yeah.
If you don't know how to fly, please don't.
Okay. That thank you for that. I thought that maybe it was like a something was bullshit, but
No,
never
no.
mind.
He just didn't fully touch the ground, or at least get rid of all of his lift.
I will say though, towards the end there, the air extract was not done poorly. The gunners, when they got in, they knew what they needed to do. You guys landed quickly, which is something that is significantly lacking in most cases. Just getting the bird on the ground very quickly. So good job on that. But it definitely pays well to be more confident in knowing your abilities as a pilot. So, for future reference, work within your comfortable zone, but also keep in mind that there's people relying on you.
What are you all talking about? We were never called in one single time until the last enter. I don't understand it. You're there waiting for anyone asking us to do anything? I mean, otherwise people kind of bitch about flying in there and dunking shit.
You didn't have
Rightfully
anything
so,
to dunk anything, did you? Weren't you guys just flying gunships?
They had
We
FFARs,
had
and
14
that was it.
times rocket pods.
Yeah, so you had pea shooters.
I mean, it's still Hydras.
Yeah, but they had tanks. Those don't do anything to tanks.
Yeah, HE rockets don't do much to tanks at all.
Especially when they're cup tanks, technically, because Project Outpour is cup.
He delivered
It
that
was
javelin we called
it was
about.
an RHS T-72.
Yeah, sure, whatever, pussy.
Hold on, Ice Dragon, you delivered that javelin, right?
Yeah,
Ice
that's
Dragon
good.
lost the first javelin.
Thank you for
and then-
delivering the second one.
I was the one
or
who
something.
had the first javelin in that helo. And then I got flung 150 feet in the air for some reason.
Okay.
The only thing we were able to salvage from the first crash was the backpack that had the one PCML missile in it.
Nice.
Alright, I'm hopping off. I'll see you guys.
Otherwise, like I
Yeah.
said, hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thanks. That was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Come
on.
on, MB.
Ambi, I now know what Homebrew was talking about smokes.
Yeah, they're useful.
I went through
Smokes
them
are
all,
very useful.
and I was inside the Vic the entire time until it got disabled.
There is a reason I carry 10 white smokes, and it isn't so that I can keep them in my backpack. So I can make an area no longer visible.
I carry a fuck ton of smokes as
That's
well.
stupid.
What's
but
happened
sure.
to the second
Well,
MRAP?
not just white smoke, but colored smoke.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
have
colored
red and
smoke's
white,
really
but-
good.
Outcast, what happened to the second MRAP?
Maybe that was a good op, but not as good as your World War II ones. It's pretty
Well, the
comparable to your Harvester one, so yeah, good job. Which meant it was bad.
BMP autocannon, Outcast.
Yeah, it was the BMP autocannon. We tried moving to a building for cover, but as we were moving, it started raking our wheels, and I dismounted to try getting one wheel up after the BMP had been engaged and taken out, and Lucifer was still on the 50, and that's when another Ural came up and they started the infantry dismounted and continued to rake the wheels, and at that point in time, it hit the engine as well.
I did get the engine working again.
Yeah, I saw that, even though it showed up as red.
Also, what squad had the MRAP that I was jousting with the BRDM?
That would be Alpha.
That was Outcast and me.
Yeah, I was positioning
great.
ourselves. I was positioning ourselves slightly between infantry and you, because I knew you were pushing the infantry, and so I was gonna have you stop in front of us, and then I was gonna back up and let the infantry take it out with a rocket, which is exactly what happened.
Yep. Except I kind of took a roundabout route.
Yeah, it was a
I
really
fucking-
interesting way that you took. Kind of broke down a wall, ran into a house, ran into another house, then ran into a third house, and then nearly ran into us.
Yes, it was a good
Hey,
time.
pro tip,
Don't drive while drunk, folks.
surprise, AT sticks are not dedicated AT. An AT stick is for, like, oh no, there's a thing in front of me that I need to die. That's what an AT stick is for. When you're having a full arsenal, set up a dedicated AT team. Even if it's just fucking a guy with a small or a fucking Moz or whatever.
Especially
Like-
when you set up a dedicated fucking Stinger boy.
Yeah, like you set up Stinger dudes before y'all had fucking AT.
Really? We had a fucking Stinger dude?
You did.
And even
Christ.
then, the
I
Stinger
think
didn't
he
actually
didn't
hit the
even-
MI8.
He didn't
So-
even get to use a Stinger when the helicopter showed up.
Nope, I shot that down.
Yeah, he did, but it
Hello.
missed. And the 50 cal on the Alpha Vic took it out.
So, what happened first was Death Clock was dedicated anti-air. He died at some point, and I hear reports for choppers coming in, so I was like, well, fuck, I guess I have to do this. And then I missed. So yeah, that's fun.
Good thing I was there to clean up your mess.
Miss.
I don't know, I guess it wasn't locking on properly? It's been a while
kind of
since
like
I've
went
used
like
Stinger.
right past the MI8 underneath the rotor, the tail rotor went like right underneath it as it was trying to land. And the Alpha Vic, what we did is we shot the tail rotor and we shot the main rotor, which made it come down faster. And half of the infantry inside the MI8 dismounted in the air and died. The other half dismounted while they were on the ground. We gunned them all down.
After they first sent 2 rounds in my chest.
I'm wondering if that missile just zipped by me after you fired the M8, because I saw something fly past on my SLA that didn't lock on to me.
Long story short, Alpha Vic only had about 1 extra box left before Alpha Vic was abandoned.
By the way,
Wait, we did?
Melon?
Yeah, I hopped in the gun again and then continued to engage infantry after you got out.
But
okay.
What happened to Barbarian? I just dropped him off in the field and told him to watch over the javelin.
So, Barbarian, Lord and Savior, is he in the... No, okay.
I think he
Barbarian,
disconnected already.
yes, Barbarian didn't have a mic that worked.
Yeah.
And he had the javelin. And I wasn't 100% sure if he knew how to use the javelin. So,
Oh, damn, Ambi left.
he got picked up by the MRAP. He met up with Command Squad and whatever the special boys were called. I can't remember what it was called.
Marsoc.
Marsoc, sorry.
I think they gave themselves the call sign Raider.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea what the hell they were calling themselves. I just figured Marsoc was fine. And they'd never answer on 50. Anyway, so yeah, he came here. He tried to use the javelin. Somehow he couldn't.
Well, that's it for me. Thank you for watching and have a good one.